Alright, and I'm back with another NASCAR analysis, and we're going to talk about the Federated Auto Parts 400 from Richmond. Very exciting race. There was a lot of interesting issues, including NASCAR leaving or opening pit road rather with an ambulance in the way and nearly costing Matt Kenseth the shot of getting into the playoffs. So very interesting. I do have the playoff drivers, and we'll go through that in a little bit. But I'm gonna make this somewhat short and easy, so we're not going through so much blah 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 blah. So Matt Kenseth won the pole, and he started on pole. He was good until the track changed after daylight ended. So then Martin Truex dominated, leading 198 laps. And wouldn't you know, a phantom caution comes out for Derek Cope that that didn't need to come out, and then it ultimately cost Martin Truex the finish. Now I'm not trying to defend him, but I would be a little upset too if that were to happen to me. So Kyle Larson went on to win. Unfortunately, Joey Logano finished second. Ryan Newman third, Kurt Busch fourth, Daniel Suarez fifth, Denny Hamlin sixth, Eric Jones seventh, Jimmy Johnson eighth, Kyle Busch ninth, and Chase Elliott in 10th. So that's top 10 there. And now the playoff. The playoff guys. You got Truex, Larson, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ricky Stenhouse, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Casey Kane, Austin Dillon, Matt Kenseth, and Jamie McMurray. Those are the guys that qualified for the playoffs. So that's that. And at one point, so basically, Kenseth was in a position where he was in the garage. He'd punched out his radiator from that ambulance incident on pit road. But if he would have lost or not been able to get into the playoffs because of NASCAR's mishap, then we would have had the question of should they give him a waiver like they did to Jeff Gordon and yada yada yada. So there's a bunch of things there. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like every time we're at Richmond, someone hits a safety truck, or somebody crashes under caution into a safety truck, or whatever it might be. Safety trucks where they shouldn't be, in the way of the pits, and it's like, they need to get their stuff together. They really need to get their stuff together, because it's BS that happens. So but anyway, I know human errors happen. So we head off to Chicago to begin the playoffs. Kevin Harvick, I'm picking to be strong, and Jimmy Johnson to be strong. Maybe Martin Truex, but we'll see. The thing is now, personally, I feel like this is Truex's championship to lose. The only way he's going to lose his championship if he has excessive mechanical failures, okay? If he has problems with crashes and, people taking him out. That's the second way. And then the third way he would lose the championship is on pit road with his guys screwing up. So, again, my predictions, this is Martin Truex's championship to lose. So, but yeah, that's my predictions. I know I should be talking about the race a little bit more, but this is now the playoffs, and this was huge for a lot of guys to get in on points, like Kenseth McMurray. You only had two guys get in. That did not have wins. So that goes to show you how the competition is in NASCAR. It's a very, very competitive sport to have 14 different winners in 26 races. Now, one could argue and say, well, it's not that competitive. There's only 14 different winners. But really it is, because that's quite a bit. So, and yes, guys have won multiple times. Reason for that is because they're good at driving a race car. So, but anyway, without further ado, we'll get into what's coming up. Oh, my NBC Sports broadcast, my NBC broadcast analysis or rating or whatever you want to say is it's going to be a 6 out of 10. They did very well. They're actually showing more intervals now that we're getting to this time of the season. In their ticker, they have a special color key for the chase, or not the chase, but the playoffs and whatnot. So I do like that. We'll have to see what they actually do come playoff time, but it was a pretty good broadcast. Maybe a 7 out of 10. What did I say? 6 out of 10? 7 out of 10. We'll give them 7 out of 10. They were pretty good. So anyway, without further ado, we'll move on. Next race is, now this is kind of a strange title sponsor for the race. It is, quote, Tales of the Turtles 400, unquote. It's Chicago. September 17th, 3 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. So, that's the title sponsor of the race. I personally believe that most of these title sponsors don't get enough credit, but I ain't gonna get into that. Ain't got the time for that. So, Chicago, who's gonna be strong there? We'll find out.